chaotic for me and my family. This is an impromptu podcast. I'm a little late today. I had to go and get my aunt today. She's been um, on the geriatric ward at UAB for the last month or so. But anyway, I picked her up today, and so I had to get everything ready for that. But anyway, I know that you're uh, curious about. Some of you probably heard about my niece, and I even got a phone call saying that even I was killed. And I can just tell you that my niece is Pretoria Hope. That's my brother. That's Two Belt's daughter. And I can tell you I was hands on with that situation. My condolences out to the Mitchell family. I know Michael very well. I consider Michael a friend. That's Billy Ralph. Billy Ralph Mitchell, Billy Mitchell. That's his brother, younger brother, and him and I used to play in the band together. And of course, David too. And of course, we it's unfortunate what happened. Billy Ralph he was killed by my niece, and I'm not gonna go into details. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. All I know is that when I'm the one that turned her in, and I gotta say this is that I had the honor and privilege to deal with Darrell Thomas, Thompson, Thomas. Uh, anyway, Darrell, Sergeant Thomas. Anyway, I can tell you that he was very professional. We talked. He did everything he said he was going to do. Once we located our niece and daughter, our family member, we had already negotiated with him, and I can tell you that Loretta Bennett, also was instrumental in this also. So she was kind of like a liaison between me and Darrell, and then of course speaking to Darrell. And I know what y'all heard me say on here. And I asked him some questions, and I gotta say this is that I saw him delegate. I saw him in a different light. And I know what some of you say. So, oh, because he was with you when you dealt with your niece, then you looking at him. No, I call a spade a spade. He was very, very professional, and he done a good job. And he did pass the chief. I asked him. He said that while he was not working, while he was had other jobs, while he was not a police officer, he said that he studied. He said not only did he study for the chief test, he studied for the assistant chief test. So he had plenty of time to study, and it paid off. He passed. And another thing I want to say, I had to ask him, and he wouldn't go into detail. I said, "How in the world did you beat the feds?" And I said, "Nobody beat the feds. They have a 99% win rate ratio." And I can tell you, people, for him to win and like that, it's nothing short of phenomenal. And he said that what he did is he's been in investigation, and he said that he knew that he was innocent, and he said that he did his own. Basically, he had his ducks lined up, and he was found not guilty. And so, about my niece, she has an attorney now. The family here, her mother hired Catherine McNair. I recommended Catherine McNair. I know what some of you are saying out there. Said one time you used to recommend Joseph Denson. Well, I can't recommend Attorney Denson anymore, and I know that I have given him a 5-star review, and I'm going to take that down and I'm going to edit that because from what he did with me, he's done some things that was okay, but I gotta look at the overall picture. When you make a mistake one time, that's okay, and then you make a mistake a second time. Oh wow, you may kind of look, but then you make a mistake. The last thing he did is that when I asked for a jury trial, he did not do that, and not only that, when he also messed up my appeal by not doing certain things. He gave notice of appeal, but he never did do the appeal. He did something that was wrong, and as an attorney, he should know better. And so either it was intentional or he's not as good as I thought he was. Either way, I went on and hired another attorney to represent me on that appeal, and I don't recommend Joseph Denson for anything. I can tell you that Fred Welch is going through a situation now with his case that's going on now. I think it's going on 7 years, and it's just so it's sad, people, when the people that we put there, our steward, that we put them in place to represent us, to protect our laws and our rights. And that's my son. I'm doing my podcast, son. You got to handle it. Yeah. Anyway, I apologize for that interruption. You know, it's kind of chaotic around here. My aunt cannot be by herself. She has to have 24-hour care. And so so he was discussing that. But I want to get back to Fred Welch. It's just it's sad when we take people and we elect them. This is supposed to be a democracy, but everybody get in their positions of power. They wear their feelings on their sleeve, they get in power and they use that to hurt other people. And I can tell you that my brother told me that he noticed. And I'm not kind of like jumping around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay focused on Fred Welch, and then I'm gonna get back to my daughter, my niece Pretoria Holt. Um, I I Fred got a call from his attorney that to meet him in court anyway. They gonna dismiss the charges against him, people. Now here's where I come in at. Here's where I have a problem with the entire scenario, the entire situation, the entire predicament. Is that if you're gonna dismiss the charge against someone, then those charges should be dismissed with prejudice. If you dismiss the charges and there you don't do it with prejudice, then the person or anyone, law enforcement agency, can bring those charges back up again. And so even in civil cases, if they dismiss a civil case with prejudice, it cannot be brought up. Now you can appeal the decision to dismiss it with or without prejudice. You can appeal it. You can always appeal or ask for the review with the appeal court or the Supreme Court. But when you dismiss a case with prejudice, that's it. That means that Sheriff Moore cannot bring it up again. And so, but did you know that they would not, and Fred wouldn't sign off on it. And I don't blame him. People, you got to look at it. If you're going to dismiss a case, why won't you dismiss it with prejudice? Now, they tried to have him indicted for arson, and they got a no bill on that. So it's suspect that when you would dismiss a case and don't want to dismiss a case that's been going on for 6-7 years, a case where there's no victim, a case where there's no injury, a case where Mr. Welch could not have benefited from this case, insurance fraud, when the insurance is not in his name, or arson or whatever, when it's not his vehicle. There's no way he could have enriched himself from that. The insurance company has since went out of business. The insurance company did not pay this claim. The person that owned the truck dropped the claim. The person that owned the truck is a witness, not for the prosecution, but for Mr. Welch. So for them to continue on with this case is nothing short of ludicrous. When you have people that are dying, the same day that my niece killed Billy Ralph under unfortunate circumstances. I don't know any circumstance about it. On the same day, Nene was found dead. The very next day, Abagaba, y'all know him, Abagaba, anyway. What's his name? Irby. Yeah, Daddy Irby. Found shot, at his home. And so all these things are going on, and we got time and money to prosecute people that ain't done shit, that don't have a criminal record. Man, what the fuck's going on here? Something's going on. Marvin Gaye in his grave saying, what's going on? Now, so it would seem that if they were not going to dismiss it with prejudice, then it appears that they were going to try and charge the man again. Nobody should be subjected to this, no matter who it is, whether it's Fred, Eddie, or anybody. Nobody should be subjected to the kind of shit that Fred Welch is going through. I would hope at some point of time that the DA would do DA work and stand on the side of the law. Stand on the law. If this man done this, if this man could benefit from this, if you don't have, I know people that arson cases was dismissed within 2 years and they continue to go after Fred Welch. I know they don't like him. Sheriff Moore don't like him. Sheriff Moore probably don't like me either. But we can't just fuck with people because we don't like them. We gotta follow the law. I'm on the side of the law. When I turned my niece in and and they did not let her go, and they charged her with second-degree murder. One of the things that I said and I asked, and they was as amazed as I am. How is it when a black person kills someone, they always get charged with murder? A white person kills someone, black, white, yellow, green, they're never charged. They're always standing their ground. It's always self-defense. But y'all look at it. Look at every single black person that has killed someone, they were charged with murder. And maybe one or two walk. You're talking about the deviation of the norm. But the norm is if you black and you kill somebody, the law is not applicable for black folks, but it's applicable for other folks. Oh, yeah, they'll charge a white person with murder when they do some mass shit like kill 5 or 6 students, or kill 5 or 6 other people, 14 or 15 other people, blow up or shoot people in a theater, in a church. Then they charge them with murder. But a black person shoots somebody, this law is not on the side of us because of the color of our skin. That's the only common denominator there. The law is not with us. It's unfortunate what happened. Oh man, I could go into details and I can say some things, but I'm not. Yeah, I can say some things. So what we have a very good attorney in Catherine McNair. And she's the one that was able to get them. And y'all let me tell y'all about Dustin. Dustin is an atrocious judge. And I'm gonna say this to you, Jimmy. And I know y'all going back and y'all telling Jimmy, you need to get rid of Dustin. You need to get rid of Dustin, man. Get a white person. Get a white female. Matter of fact, get Catherine McNair. Get anybody other than a black attorney out of Meridian, Mississippi, because either they're incompetent or they got their feelings on their sleeve, or either they already done sold out. So Jimmy, you need to go back. It's one thing Percy did is he hired a white judge, and I didn't like that shit at first. But you know what? I think we need to get back to that. You just need to get rid of Dustin. I don't care who you got. If you want a black person, then go outside of the county and get a black lawyer. But make sure you get a black lawyer that's not going to be part of the clique around there. See, that's Dustin's problem, is that he's a part of the clique. He thinks that he's one of them. Fuck up and watch how quick that they'll show you that you're not one of them, Dustin Markham. And you know what? You're not your daddy. I'm going to tell you that right now. I have mad respect for your dad, but you're not your dad. You're not your dad. I don't think your dad would do to me what you're doing to me. I don't think your dad would do to my family what you're doing to my family. I ever seen a member of my family, last name Hope, that had to go before Judge Markham, felt like they were singled out because he got problems with me. My brother Tooth Belt felt like, he said that Judge Markham stared at my niece for like about 20 minutes because she stood up. Nigga, you ain't God. Hell, that's the reason why I ain't going to your courtroom. You think you God? You're not God. You giving people $1 million bond. Man, what the fuck wrong with you? Who the hell? You couldn't even make a damn $1 million bond. Your daddy couldn't make $1 million bond. Cassie Coleman couldn't make $1 million bond. Judge Wright couldn't make $1 million bond. Robert Jones couldn't make $1 million bond. Man, what the hell wrong with you? If you ain't gonna give him a bond, damn it, don't give him one. Man, what nigga in the damn hood got $1 million? That's some bullshit. But God forbid a camera be there. He gonna bound you over to the grand jury, even though there's no evidence. What about standing your ground? What about killing somebody when you know what the law says? You're always quoting the damn law. And you the biggest abuser of law. People in there, man, they ain't finna let you set me up. You don't like me. My sons felt like that had it with anything else, you wouldn't have did what you did. Man, if you want to do something to me, man, come on, let's go box. I'm a lot older than you, but I'll fight your ass. Shit, let's go somewhere and fight. Let's go and duke it out, man to man. Shit, win, lose or draw. Come on, let's go fight. Nigga, you don't like me, damn it, step in the ring with me then. Here I am. I'll be 70 years old and I'll challenge your ass. Damn it, you don't like me. Damn it, put your fucking gloves on and leave my family the fuck alone. Shit. You know what, people? I'm very educated. And I just got all out of me. I forgot all about my education. I'm just ignorant as fuck sometimes. I just start cursing and shit. I'm bipolar then. I got two personalities. I got one that's educated and that one is not. Well, actually, I got about 3 or 4 because one's educated, one is not. Then I got one that's a mixture of the two. So I don't know what I'm going to get from this day or the next, but I try to stay, I try to stay peaceful. try not to be aggressive. I try to be on the side of the law. And folks, let me tell y'all something. I it's bad when they use the law, and like Percy Bland did against me and Lolo. And folks, I ain't seen my grandson since my daughter died, since I gave him to his father, because he didn't want my grandson to interact with his maternal family. And so I drew up a petition in court, and they brought up this stuff about child pornography, sending, receiving, and stuff like that. And so I had to remove myself from it. So Linda stayed on it. And so Linda's able to see our grandson once a month for a couple hours. And I have seen it. So she's able to watch him grow up. I haven't seen him since he was 4 years old, people. And that's really bad. And it's okay. I understand, because sometimes you don't understand things until you like be subjected to it. But I can tell you that, like, I of all the if all the people that I'll tell y'all something else too. And my children don't know this. Man, but I ain't gonna even go into it. I ain't gonna even go into it. I had a kitten come up to me and threaten me. Now, I'm metaphorically speaking when I say a kitten come up to me and threaten me. See, the kitten caught me while I was in his, we'll just say on his turf. I didn't know that it was a problem with the kitten. Now I'm calling this kitten because you understand a kitten ain't shit compared to a fucking lion or a tiger. It's just not at all. Folks, imagine me looking at something that's a whole lot weaker than me in so many ways. See, I can tell you this, people. A killer don't talk about killing. It's just something they do. Ain't nobody gonna kill you. They ain't gonna tell you they're gonna kill you. People that tell you they're gonna kill you, they ain't gonna kill shit but the food in front of them. I'll beat the hell out of some damn fucking, I guess they meat or something. And I'm being a little bit inappropriate. But I had a kid step to me. And I can tell you folks that I had someone call the kid's spouse up. And look here, Great Hope want to meet with this nigga. He'll meet you anywhere on neutral ground, because we need to have a conversation. See, if you think you big and bad, then fucking step to me. Come to me. We ain't got to meet on your turf. Because in a situation where a kid threatened to do something to someone, see, that's a kid. When they threaten to do something to you, you can't go back to the abode of the kid. You got to meet the kid on neutral ground. And then, goddamn it, we can do it like Billy the Kid. But I assure you that this nigga here be the one to walk away. I sure would like to meet with that kid. That's another nigga that I would fight. I'll fuck his ass up. I'm just telling y'all, and look here, ain't no joke. I have classmates that went to school with me, and they ain't nowhere near in the shape that I'm in. And I can tell you that don't let this gray beard fool you. And you know what, people? It's funny. It's one thing that I say about the peoples in Meridian, Mississippi. They're ignorant as fuck. It may be something that's systemic throughout the state of Mississippi. And the reason why I say that, when you fuck with somebody that got more power than you, these niggas here on food stamp, these niggas ain't got shit. These niggas living in trailers, living on goddamn land. These niggas ain't got shit. And they mess with a nigga like me. Somebody that's, college educated twice. Somebody that's know how to fight real good and shoot real good. Somebody that's already 70 years old and ain't got nothing to lose in this shit. So you got to be ignorant as fuck to fuck with somebody like me. Now, Dustin is a young man. Now, I thought he was smart. Man, I used to promote him. And you know what? The people got it right, but they fired his ass, or either when they didn't elect him for mayor. And they got it right when they got rid of Percy Bland. Because Dustin is not that smart, because he got a temporary job, folks. So what are he gonna do if he keep antagonizing people like me, giving the black folks that he gonna depend upon to get back in office? Because it's black people. Jimmy Smith used white folk. But black people helped Jimmy Smith got in there. I did too, because I helped him in the primary to whoop Percy's ass in the primary. I helped Jimmy do that. I even performed at his thing that he had on the park. And my sister, boy, she's a diehard Jimmy. Ed Lynch, I don't know, Ed Lynch's family. And Ed Lynch is also a very good friend of Jimmy Smith. Now, if I was to do like Dustin do, I'll use my connections. I'll use my connections to get to Jimmy. But the only thing I'm going to tell Jimmy is what you're doing to me. I'm going to let him know that you're abusing your authority. I'm going to let him know that you said that you was going to send the case, my case, to justice court. And I put a judiciary performance complaint against you. And the only reason why I did it against him, because you set your boy up. And I'm going to tell you this, John Howard, don't get mad at me. Get mad at Dustin Markham ass. He the one throwing you up under the bus, because I would have never done anything to you, but I got to call a spade a spade. And so I end up putting a judiciary performance complaint against you. I'm not coming in your courtroom. I'm going to just tell you that. Even if I have to plead no contest, I'm not coming in your courtroom. But I'm gonna let Jimmy know. I'm gonna do my Manel letter. I'm gonna let him know that I intend to file a lawsuit against you, Dustin. I am gonna file a lawsuit against you in your professional and your individual capacity. I know about you going with your client. I know. Let me see what Lois Hearn, her son, when you represented his wife, you started having sex with his wife. You started going, and to this day you go with his wife, and you gonna sit up there like you God or somebody, and you doing shit like that. That shit is unethical, and it's illegal in most states for you to go with your client. She could actually bring some kind of charge against you. She could actually bring a bar complaint against you, and you probably could get this bar behind there, and you'll lose your job. I wonder, do Jimmy Smith know that you having sex with your clients? I wonder, do Charlie Smith know that the lady that you represented when Jim Williams was in court with you, that you going with and you screwing them? Oh, I'm gonna throw your ass all the way up under the bus because you messing with me and my family. I told you I ain't got nothing to lose. You can't do nothing to me. I'm telling your factual shit you don't want out. You don't want Bo Bailey to know that you didn't support him, nor that you voted for him. You voted for the Compton guy. And you supported him. Oh, you probably gave the Baileys a little money because you worked there. You played both ends, but you didn't vote for him, and you didn't want him to win. Dustin, I'm gonna just tell you, man, once you get out of that little seat you in, it's it for you. Ain't nobody gonna come see you either, because you done things to clients that you should not have. I guess I just want to tell you guys, thank you. This was an impromptu, so you kind of like was all over there. My niece, I hate what she did. When she saw me, she just burst out in tears and started crying. My sister Rhonda started crying. And you hear too bad time, bro, did you cry? No, I did not. And that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. But I want to thank Daria Thomas and it's other people that was there also. I saw Orlando Clark. He's a very good detective. I saw a couple others that are very good, and it's one Reese. Yeah, I saw Reese. Reese seemed to be a pretty good officer. I don't know anything about him. He's new. I think he's in narcotics, but I can say that when the family came out, it was an incident where Billy Rapp's daughter started threatening and being very inappropriate in the lobby of the police station. And they came out really, really fast, and they dealt with that. I called the rail up. I walked away and called the rail up, and they came out and they separated the family. Came out just in time because one of the girls was talking about killing pre-mama. Wow, mama ain't done nothing. And anybody saying that she was hurt. She was really, really, really. She's gonna need counseling because of what she was subjected to and what she saw. It was Pretoria mom that saw it and called 911. I'm talking about. So it was things that was said that shouldn't have been said. Ain't nobody trying to get in no conflict with anyone. But it's unfortunate what my niece did, and my condolences to that family, and my condolences to my family, because my family is getting it too. So I hate what my family is going through, and they're going through that. And Dustin gave my niece $1 million bond and she thought that he was finished, so she stood up and he gave her like said something to her. Why are you moving in my courtroom? I'm God. Don't you move in my courtroom, and stared at her for 50. She said, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Sorry, she didn't know. But to give her that look like you her mama, or you her dad, or you granny, and she done something she shouldn't have did, it's already bad enough. And I don't even but either way, so your goal is to, I guess, lock me up. I guess your goal is to embarrass me. My goal is to make you lose that job. My goal is to, if the Judicial Performance Committee don't do anything to you, perhaps maybe the bar will. Every family member that you ever did anything to negative is going to enter into that complaint with me against you, and it's sad. And I when I filed a complaint against Judge Howard, I entered the case number from your case so the two could be tied together. So just let you know that you messing with me. I'm messing with you, Dustin. I ain't never did anything to you, man. I was shocked at some of the things that you did, man. I've always took up for you. Even Joseph Denson, man. You guys, man. You black attorneys in Meridian, Mississippi, males, y'all suspect. I'll tell you that right now. Y'all have a good evening. Thank y'all for listening in.